We've known for the past few years that Trump's businesses have not necessarily done better as a result of his higher profile, entering politics, becoming president, and all of that. Turns out when it comes to his core business, the renting or selling of condos in his businesses, he's been hit really hard recently. Bargain hunters are apparently swooping in to take advantage of prices in Trump buildings that have dropped to levels not seen in over a decade. The crash brokers attribute to a combination of the former president's polarizing image and the coronavirus pandemic. The AP looked at more than 4,000 transactions over the past 15 years in 11 different Trump-branded buildings in Chicago, Honolulu, Las Vegas, New York, and found that prices for some condos and hotel rooms available for purchase have dropped by 1/3 or more. Other condos, for instance, in Chicago's Trump International Hotel and Tower have dropped even more, down 34% during the 4 years of his presidency. That compares with a 6% drop over the same period at 18 nearby luxury condo buildings of similar age. And it's very important that they added that because look, there's the pandemic, obviously. There might be other systemic things having to do with real estate, either nationally or in these individual cities. But if his are dropping by more than 1/3 and other comparable ones that are the same age and just don't happen to have his name on them are dropping by 6%, I don't know that all of the rest of it can be attributed to him, but it seems like there is a pretty big Trump tax on his building prices.
I'm super confused by this story. How is that even possible? Property values have skyrocketed even throughout the pandemic. And his properties, while they might bear his name, and that could be an issue in terms of resale value or whatever, it's still like we're still talking about condos in desirable parts of the country. So what's explaining this?
Well, look, it might be that just a lot of people don't want to live in his building. I would not live in a building with Trump like emblazoned on the side of it. I just wouldn't. And maybe there's other conservatives that would, but it could be hurting them. It could just be that aura. Like it could be that perhaps overall, luxury condo prices aren't necessarily going up in the same way that housing prices are. It could be that people are fleeing certain cities. Like people are saying that it's easier to rent in New York City over the past year or so. Now this is going over a bit broader of a time span than that. So it might be a city thing, but there are places where the prices on average are going up. Like what we were talking about was his dropping more than others. But if you look at like in Las Vegas, prices at his hotel have fallen 4% since he took office 4 years ago, while average prices for 36 other hotels in the city that also sell condominiums and rooms rose 14%.
Wow.
And since the Trump building opened a dozen years ago, prices per square foot have fallen 66%. In Manhattan, his prices are down to 15-year lows.
That's pretty amazing. This is such a fascinating story. And remember, prior to skimming money from taxpayers in the office of the presidency, Trump made his money not by building or constructing condos or other properties. All he did was license his name. And so I wonder what this means for his future in this space, because again, he's not building properties. All he's doing is licensing out his name. And if his name ends up being a liability, well, that form of grifting is no longer going to be available to him. So, I mean, maybe for once in his life, he'll legally be able to skirt taxes because he'll have no income to report.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems to me like we're primed for like a bit of sketch comedy, like a fixer-upper type thing, where to raise the property value, they go in, they bring their whole team, their contractors, they just take the sign off.
Boom,
20%.
And the value immediately goes up by like percent. Yeah.
Aren't you gonna like put in a backsplash or something? Nope, not necessary. This is the biggest bang for your buck imaginable. So one individual for City Realty said, "I've never seen buildings plummet so dramatically. It seems like this is a bottom." And look, obviously I'm getting a bit of schadenfreude because I want him to fail and I want him to hurt because he's done so much damage to the world. I feel a little bit bad for like some of the other people who might have already bought condos in the building. They're gonna be hurting when they try to sell it. Like there are other people that are gonna be caught in the capitalist crossfire here. It's just so weird, Anna. in the last couple of years like this, the real estate market has been going so insane. To see anything going down is pretty amazing.
No, I mean, you do bring up an important point. I mean, we don't want to be needlessly cruel to all of the foreign oligarchs who launder their money by buying his condos. So thoughts and prayers to those foreign oligarchs. Sorry you made a bad investment by laundering your ill-gotten gains in his properties. But, sometimes you take a risk and it doesn't work out. My bad.
That's the salt dragon for you. Yeah, you're totally right. I'd actually forgotten about that. But there's gotta be some good people. Come on, some middle-class person who bought a multi-million-dollar condo in a Trump building in Manhattan. Anyway.
Some of them are fine. Some of them are fine people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.